If you want to make your cutouts look more realistic in Photoshop, one of the most important things you can add is a shadow. A good shadow can instantly make a floating object feel grounded and believable on the background. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add shadows in Photoshop using a simple soft brush technique that works especially well for realistic 3D photos. And if this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Photoshop tips and easy editing guides. Let's start with the main idea. If you cut an object out of one photo and place it onto a new background, a normal drop shadow can sometimes look too fake or too perfect. Real shadows are usually a little softer, more natural, and shaped by the lighting in the scene. That's why we're going to paint a ground shadow manually. This gives you much more control and helps the subject blend into the environment. First, open your Photoshop project and make sure your subject has already been cut out and placed on a new background. Once that's ready, create a new blank layer. You can do this with Ctrl plus Shift plus N on Windows or Command plus Option plus N on Mac. When the new layer appears, drag it directly underneath your subject layer in the Layers panel. This is very important because the shadow needs to sit behind the object, not on top of it. Then rename that layer to ground shadow so it stays organized and easy to find later. Now select the brush tool by pressing B on your keyboard. Once the brush is active, right-click anywhere on your canvas to open the brush picker. Here, you want to choose a soft round brush by setting the hardness to 0%. A soft brush helps create smooth edges, which is exactly what you need for a realistic shadow. Next, set your foreground color to black. You can do that quickly by pressing D to reset your colors and then choosing black if needed. After that, go up to the top options bar and lower the brush opacity to somewhere around 20% or 30%. This is a key step because it lets you build the shadow gradually instead of putting down one harsh, dark shape. Shadows usually fade and build naturally, so working with a low opacity gives you better control and makes the result look much more believable. Now let's paint the first part of the shadow, which is called the contact shadow. This is the darkest area of the shadow and it appears right where the object touches the ground. Make your brush smaller, then gently paint a thin dark line right under the base of your subject. Keep this close to the object because contact shadows are usually narrow and strong near the point of contact. This tiny detail makes a huge difference because it anchors the object to the surface and prevents it from looking like it is floating. Once the contact shadow is in place, you can start building the soft cast shadow. This is the larger, lighter shadow that stretches outward from the object in the direction the light would naturally fall. Increase your brush size, keep the opacity low, and paint a wider, softer stroke extending away from the subject. Don't worry about making it perfect right away. Just build it up slowly with a few gentle passes until it starts to match the angle and softness of the light in the background. If you need more realism, pay attention to the direction of the shadow. The shadow should usually fall away from the light source, so if the light is coming from the top left, your shadow should spread towards the bottom right. Matching the lighting direction is one of the easiest ways to make the edit look professional. As you paint, zoom in and out to check how the shadow looks at different sizes. Sometimes a shadow can look fine up close but too strong when viewed normally. If the shadow feels too dark, too heavy, or too obvious, don't erase it right away. Instead, go to the Layers panel and lower the overall opacity of the ground shadow layer. This is the easiest way to soften the entire effect and make it blend better with the rest of the image. You can also keep refining the shape by painting more on parts that need depth and reducing the opacity if needed. The goal is not to create a perfect black shape. The goal is to create a shadow that feels like it belongs in the photo. A realistic shadow should help the subject settle into the scene naturally. This soft brush technique is one of the best ways to add shadows in Photoshop because it gives you full control over the shadow's size, softness, and intensity. It works great for product photos, portraits, cutout composites, and any edit where you need the subject to look properly placed on a new background. So to recap, create a new layer underneath your subject, name it ground shadow, select a soft black brush, lower the opacity, paint a dark contact shadow near the object, and then build a wider cast shadow with softer strokes. If needed, adjust the layer opacity until everything matches the lighting in the background. If you found this Photoshop tutorial useful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next editing guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.